Hi, Ramy.
Hi, Taylor.
Welcome to Much Ado About Some Shit, where every week Ramy tries to talk me into watching garbage television by walking me through a season of a thing. What are we doing, Ramy?
We're doing more heterosexual nonsense.
Oh, good.
We're finishing out Love is Blind with episodes 7 through 11.
Of season 5.
Of season 5, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oofda.
Do you remember anybody?
Too much. Lydia, or Linda?
Lydia. Linda.
Look, man. It's been a long ass day.
Yeah.
This is the energy you get when we record in the evenings.
Yeah, sorry, y'all.
We're doing our best. We're doing our best.
Slightly.
We're
the
trying
only reason
real
that
hard.
there's energy is because we're unhinged at this point.
we've reached the level of I want to be on the floor, but I have to be upright. So here we are.
Exactly. At least our butts are in chairs.
Yep. You're welcome, world.
Yes.
Anyway.
Okay.
I remember Lydia.
What do you remember about her?
Potential stalker.
Correct.
Behaviors toward Uche.
Correct.
Which freaked Aaliyah out. And
Aaliyah
out. And she ran. Side note. Meg showed me a clip of... She made me watch it. It was terrible.
What was it?
I kept going, when does it end? Please stop. Please make it stop.
Okay, what was it?
But she was like, wait for it. And I was like, what am I waiting for? It's all bad. Of Lydia and Aaliyah.
Okay.
After Aaliyah finds out from Uche about their history.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you did not mention how not over it Lydia is.
Sorry.
She literally says, like, oh, he's picking out, he's like, oh, she's like Lydia. Like she's like pretending or thinks that he's dating Aaliyah because she's like her. That is not over it.
Yeah.
That is a whole other level of not over it.
No.
That we did not touch on.
I'm sorry. I tried to convey that.
I mean, I knew it was bad, but it was bad.
It was worse than
I thought.
Conveyed. Understandable.
It was worse than I understood.
Okay. Fair
So it was real bad, guys. It was real bad.
Real bad.
I watched a whole 3 minutes of a reality show, and I wanted to die. Anyway.
Oh, man.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that was real bad.
Fair.
Okay. Also, they were saying, like, Aaliyah and Lydia were saying they loved each other as friends.
Yeah.
Which they've only known each other for weeks at most.
Not even a week.
Holy shit. Nah, y'all.
The pods, I think, are literally like a week to like a week and a half.
Yeah, no. Look, you can have people who your friendships burn fast and bright. Like, you meet them and they're your best friend for that whatever, but then it's over.
Life. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's over real fast because it started real fast, went real strong, burnt out.
Right? Yeah. Yeah,
no, guys. Simmer down, y'all.
Right? Calm your shit, baby.
Anyway, my little brother Milton also proposed to Lydia.
Correct. He did.
I love him and his little mustache and his microscope.
Yes.
And I don't know, was it Stacy and Izzy got together?
Yep. Correct.
And then everybody else bailed.
Yep.
Cool.
Basically. Well, Uche and Aaliyah did not. Well, Aaliyah bailed. But they reconnected outside. Correct. That was the cliffhanger ending.
They brought her back in.
Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Chris dumped Johnny.
Right.
After Johnny went back to Chris.
Right. Because she was treating him like a second choice. Never go back to somebody who treats you like a second choice.
Exactly. Also, name alert. His name is Chris.
Hey!
I don't know where the fuck... Did I call him Mark?
Now. Mark, yeah. Okay. And I left it all in the last episode because by the end we had gaslit ourselves into absolute confusion.
I don't know where my head went. I don't know how I got the name Mark.
Look, generic white man names.
Exactly.
What can you do?
Give me Milton, Uche, and Izzy, please, over fucking Chris and Mark.
Right.
JP's even like kind of okay.
That's even, at least it's a little different.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. His name's Chris. Anyway, he's gone now, but we know for sure.
Or is he coming back?
Dun dun dun.
We'll find out in this episode.
Cool.
Just fast forward
Dragon
like 20
Ball
minutes.
Z. Anyway.
Okay. So the last time we ended last episode on a cliffhanger of Uche and Aaliyah meeting up.
Uh-huh.
And Aaliyah basically says like she's open to trying things.
Okay.
Uche is basically like, nope. Our chances were the pods.
Okay. Well. Yeah, all right. That was an ill-fated relationship.
Yeah, for real.
Honestly, Uche, you gotta figure out your ex situation.
For real. Yeah.
Especially since you claim to not know who she was, even though you hooked up 3 months ago.
Yeah.
How many Lydias are in your life that you don't know? Anyway.
Right. And yeah.
I'm not even. No.
Yep. No. Okay. So, that's all. That's all that happens there.
Okay.
Which
bye.
is like, nope. Okay. So then, Izzy takes Stacy to his apartment.
Okay.
And she is like dumbfounded and blown away that he doesn't have silverware.
Whoa.
Or china.
Whoa.
He serves everything on plastic and paper.
Okay.
Plates and forks and knives.
Okay.
And cups.
All right. See.
This is a 29-year-old man.
Yeah. Okay, see.
Yeah, it's a little...
Look, I don't expect you to have fine china, but go to Goodwill, spend $1, pick up 4 plates.
Yeah.
And just have them.
Some of my favorite plates I got from a thrift store that I didn't work for.
Uh-huh.
It's 4 plates and they spell out fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know your
I
fuck
love those
plates. They're good plates.
I think I bought them when we were talking on the phone or some shit. I don't know.
I remember at least receiving a text or possibly a Snapchat.
That reads.
When we were in right after high school.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You were like, I'm an adult, fuck plates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Good times.
So, yeah, he has none of that. He also doesn't have nightstands.
This really reminds me of the subreddit, male living spaces.
Where it's just a camping chair in front of a fucking TV.
Right.
How do you live like this?
Guy. Feng shui exists for a reason. Your surroundings do impact you. If they're shit, you're gonna feel a little shittier than you would if they were not, in fact, shit.
Yeah, exactly.
This is just not a problem I have when it comes to dating, because I date women.
Yeah.
And if one really doesn't have it together that much, I'm gone.
Yeah.
If a woman is living like this, it's really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
It's rather expected of men. Still disappointing, but expected.
It's so disappointing. I really want to go into a conversation about how we make women grow up faster. But I'm not going to do that.
No.
But also, when I went to my would-be husband's house and he had airline blankets as curtains, I was pissed.
Yeah, no.
The next time I came to his place, he had real curtains.
Yep.
Anyway.
Invest in yourself just a little bit.
You don't even have to buy fancy curtains.
You don't have to buy hardly anything.
Yeah.
Just some forever plates.
Uh-huh.
A couple spoons, a couple forks, a couple knives.
You can get a 4-pack of forks and spoons and knives separately. You can get each of those things for $1.
Yeah.
And 4 of them.
This is all within budget.
Yeah.
They're affordable, easy solutions.
Yeah.
Just make your lives a little better. Don't be living like you're camping in your house.
Exactly.
Come on.
Right.
Also, I will say my sister does want to, she visited recently, so I'm thinking about this fresh in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
She would absolutely use paper plates and disposable utensils all the time.
Uh-huh.
Any of us would allow her to do that because she hates dishes.
I feel that.
And I get that. But also, we're not letting you do that for a
No.
reason, honey.
I wouldn't. I
That's
also
a-
hate washing dishes.
Yeah, me
so
too.
I could definitely.
I see the appeal.
Yes.
But also, no.
But that's also why
I'm a fucking grown-up.
I spent $400 on a countertop dishwasher. It's worth every fucking penny.
Hey, yeah. Get it.
I
I bought a portable.
love that
I bought a
thing.
portable washing machine. I can't fucking
Yeah.
say anything.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, yeah, he doesn't have silverware, china, or nightstands. He also has a lost and found of jewelry from his, sexual encounters that may only be only one night.
No.
Yeah.
Izzy. You bring a lady to your place, you erase that evidence, my guy.
Right? Well, and
You do not have
he has
former
this,
ladies shit around.
and he brings his fiance.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no. You erase that fucking evidence.
Right. Stacy
Like, I assume you're going
frustrated.
to be loyal to her now, but, like, don't make her look at your former escapades miscellaneous crap.
Absolutely. Yeah, no.
The hell,
That's
my dude.
weird.
You're an odd duck, Izzy.
Right. Yeah, Stacy is very, upset by all of this.
Yeah, it's not great.
And kind of tries to understand where she's coming from. She's like, you don't have any china, you don't have any silverware,
And let's not call it China, just plates.
yeah, plates.
Just fucking plates.
Yeah. And you also Izzy, okay, one thing that they talk about, Izzy went to his apartment the night before.
And he didn't get anything ready. He didn't
No.
he didn't zhuzh the place for his lady friend.
His thought was that he should just leave everything as is so that she can see how he lives.
Okay, I see what you were thinking, my dude, but
But
also
still.
if this is how you live and you're having a guest over, you got to make an effort for them a little
This
bit.
how you live in?
Bro, you live this way? Truly. My
Not well,
goodness.
bitch.
Not well.
That's a Real Housewives of New York reference.
Cool.
Okay.
Don't know this.
Yep. So yeah, Stacy is trying to explain where she's coming from, and Izzy then also tries to kind of talk.
Yeah.
But Stacy keeps cutting him off,
Okay, not great.
and Izzy asks her to stop cutting him off, and she's like, "I'm not cutting you off. I'm just giving you my opinion
No.
while you're saying your side."
No, that's not how this works,
Not how that works.
Stacey.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Like, I understand word vomit when you're frustrated,
Right.
but come on.
Yeah. This is a conversation.
Yeah, this is a discussion, simmer down, y'all.
Right.
Because me and my friends mini talk over each other,
Yeah.
you and I,
Yeah.
baby do,
Mm-hmm.
but we're still, we're not, overtaking the conversation. We're just,
Right.
emphasis!
Emphasis. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, we're not in a relationship.
Also that. Well, it's a platonic
Yeah.
relationship.
We're in a friendship.
Yeah.
But, no.
I guess I just think all relationships should be respectful of
Absolutely.
each other speaking.
Yeah.
Romantic or otherwise.
No. Yeah.
No! Only respect your romantic partners.
I was trying to, cut you off, and it just wasn't happening. Do you want to guess who walks away from this conversation?
Stacy.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not wrong, you're wrong.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Izzy
Called it.
follows her out, though. And is like...
Y'all are gonna have a lot of work to do if you're serious about this.
One thing he says, when he goes after Stacy is you want someone to fight, and I'm fighting for you.
Look, maybe she is the type who likes being chased, but that gets real old for everyone around them.
And if
real
you
fucking
have
fast.
to be the person to continually chase
them,
somebody,
eventually you're not gonna.
no. Relationships, any relationship is a two-way street.
Give and take.
Yeah, you should be able to have that. And
Yep.
if you don't,
Especially because they're the ones who lob the grenades before running away.
Yeah, exactly.
Expecting to be chased.
Right.
Kind
yeah.
of a verse attachment disorder-esque
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not entirely,
But like,
but it has whiffs of it,
yeah. It's,
reminiscent
yes.
of
Sense
like,
of.
you'll love me if I, no matter what, huh? What if I do this?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's fun.
Yep.
Milton
Uh-huh.
is accepted into Lydia's family
Aw.
by his mother and Lydia's brothers.
Okay.
It's sweet.
Love it.
Nothing was of importance for me to write anything down.
Nah,
besides
just cute
that.
moment.
Yep.
Look, I'm happy big little brother's being accepted.
Yes. Stacy's family is very open to Izzy,
Okay.
but Stacy's dad has this wonderful line about how, love is great, but love likes to fly first class.
The fuck does that mean?
So what he's referring to is they're a little worried about like Izzy being able to provide Stacy the life that she likes. Basically.
Oh boy.
Because Stacy likes nice they tell this story about
Oh boy.
so Stacy claims that her family growing up was not wealthy. And then they came into wealth. The family tells this story about how they went to France and they all had huge suitcases, but one suitcase was just shoes. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I got nothing.
right. And they're also like, oh yeah, Izzy just got his passport. He's never been out of the country. Oh my God.
Well,
Yeah. Like,
I mean, I'm bummed for him, but
right. Yeah.
I'm excited for his future adventures.
Right. Yeah. Some people have never been out. I've never been out of the like lower
Continental.
48.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
That's fine.
I would love to be able to go places. I'm poor.
Yeah. Right? I got friends living in Scotland right now who would put me up for free
Hell yeah.
if I could get there.
If I had one.
If I had one. I was like,
Yeah.
I made rent this month. Yay.
Yay. I can afford the roof over my head and maybe some of the food I eat.
Maybe some of it.
Okay. Are you ready for this? This is all
Oh my God.
one night's worth of information.
To those listening, aka everyone, because we're not fucking recording this, Raimi just showed me a glimpse of her fucking notes. Chaos. All right,
Chaos.
let's do this.
So, Stacy and Izzy host like this barbecue thing,
Okay.
and they invite Lydia and Milton and also other members of the Pod Squad.
Okay.
That's what they call the rest of the cast members.
Adorable.
Yeah. So we find out that Johnny and Chris are together.
Oh.
Yep. They met at the airport outside of the pods, and it was just like an instant connection. And so they are officially like boyfriend, girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that. Like, they're adults, they can make their own decisions.
Perfect.
Maybe that's the wrong
Um, so we've also got a couple other gals that aren't pictured,
one. Okay.
who are from the pods. And apparently Stacy told one of the girls that she wished she shit in the cookies because of Johnny. Like, she wanted to serve Johnny shit cookies.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, because remember, Johnny
Yeah.
and Izzy were
yeah.
kind of a
but
thing in the pods
still,
for a minute.
simmer down now.
Right? Oh, it gets... This whole thing frustrates the fuck out of me. Because it's just, like, one woman being shitty to another.
Yeah.
Like, for very little good reason.
Yeah, no, just women hating on women. No good.
Yeah.
Stand together,
Yeah.
ladies.
Stop.
Apes
Stop.
together. Strong. Anyway.
Ah!
Were you not prepared for my Planet of the Apes
I
reference?
was not. I was not prepared for your Planet of the Apes reference.
Well, now you know.
The first bit of argument we see is Izzy has a conversation with Johnny, and he basically tells her that she's sketchy because Johnny told Chris and Izzy different things.
Okay.
Because in the pods, Johnny was like, told Izzy, oh, I know exactly what my life with Chris would look like, and that's safe, and I've been safe, and I don't want to go with safe.
Okay.
And then when Johnny went back to Chris, she like told him that he felt safe, and she knows exactly what their lives would look like,
Right.
and that's what she needs.
Yeah. That's what she said when she went back.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Which was
After. Yes.
Yeah.
And Izzy really doesn't let Johnny talk at this conversation, and Johnny ends up walking away.
Okay. Well, if you're not letting the other person talk, it's not really a conversation.
Right, there's no... That's not a conversation.
The other person might as well go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
that's what
sometimes
she did.
it's a good thing to take yourself away from a situation so that, you know, like, if this person isn't going to listen to you,
Yeah.
just walk away. Like,
Yep.
and then we see Izzy and Stacy have a little conversation about how shitty Johnny is.
Okay.
And then...
Maybe they're both garbage people and belong together.
Honestly, that's what it feels like. Because Izzy is also, like, very proudly is like, I railed her.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
Throw the whole man away.
Seriously.
Throw the whole man away.
So that's fun.
Okay.
Then, we get Uche showing up
Oh.
to talk to Lydia. She doesn't really want to do this, but she's like, let's, you know, talk.
Uh-huh.
He insinuates that she's a liar. Once again, doesn't really let Lydia talk.
Okay.
So Lydia walks away.
Yeah, a lot of men yelling at women this episode. That's
So much.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Lydia does come back, and then Milton comes up and is like, hey, you know,
Like,
Uche is like, can we have a conversation? Can
No.
Lydia and I have a conversation?
actually, no.
And Milton is like, we have dinner in 10 minutes. We have, like, a dinner to go to in 10 minutes. So, like, I'll let y'all finish y'all's conversation, but,
We're going.
like, we have somewhere to be.
Yeah.
And Lydia's like, yeah, let us finish this conversation. Uche then accuses her of stalking. Says, like, shows the screenshots of women in his DMs being like, hey, this girl has been, like, watching my stories. That's kind of weird. And then also Uche is like, you took a picture of my house and then sent it to me.
What?
Yeah.
That
Is what he says.
if that's real, because grain of salt, just his side, but also if that's real, that's fucking wild.
The only refute from Lydia that we get for this is that she's like, I was in the area. And, like,
Okay.
I don't know.
S-
It's a little weird, for sure.
Look, I thought she was definitely not over him, but I didn't know that if she was really a stalker. But she's
Yeah.
also clearly very not over him.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Like,
Yeah.
Like a lot. So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's rough.
It's whatever's going on is not good.
No.
It's not healthy.
No. Lydia then reveals that Uche cheated on her when they were together.
Oh,
And
the
she's
man
like,
who was real
upset.
upset. Okay.
yeah. So Lydia walks away again. This happens a little later, but I just wanted to wrap up the Lydia Uche Milton situation.
Uh-huh.
Milton then sits down with Uche And they have a conversation. Uche's like, here are the screenshots. She took a picture of my house. Blah, 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 blah. And Milton is like, so my mom always told me, and I hate this fucking phrase, your perception is your reality. And he's like, this is advanced calculus. And she's the X direction, you're the Y direction, and I'm the Z direction. We're all on different planes.
He's such a sweet little
He's
nerd.
such a fucking nerd, right?
I love him. Milton, you're a
And-
good boy.
Yeah.
Stay away from this drama. You don't deserve it.
And yeah, Lydia and Milton leave. And then Uche goes and talks to everyone and tells them that Lydia knew that he was going to be on the show.
I mean, we don't know that for sure. It's a hell of a fucking coincidence.
Right? He literally says, he's like, either she knew I was going to be here, or like somehow like supernaturally she knew I was going to be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's not the only problem here.
Right.
Look. Like,
It's
look,
you, Uche. Lydia's not the only problem, it's you.
It's both of y'all. Y'all are both problems.
Yeah.
But right now, Uche, you're the one seeking her out.
Yeah.
You're the one creating the problem now. Like, if she was stalking you and she stopped, don't go hunt her down.
Right? Yeah.
Let her go.
If it's that big of an issue, get a restraining order.
Right? Just, oh.
Yeah.
This is some unhinged behavior.
Right?
Well, not entirely unhinged. Not healthy. Unhealthy
healthy, yeah.
behavior.
Yeah.
Both y'all.
So Uche drops this bomb, and then Johnny expresses shock. She, like, is completely shocked by this claim. And Stacy asks her, is your face okay? And then, yeah.
Stacy.
And then Stacy, like, accuses her of, like, Johnny is like, I'm shocked. Am I not allowed to be shocked? And Stacy is like, well, you were looking at me. And Johnny's like, no, I was, like, listening. I was looking at Uche, like, listening to this. That's kind of unbelievable.
Right? Or sometimes, like, you make eye contact with somebody else hearing the same thing. Like, are you hearing this shit? You
Right?
know? Like,
I love those moments, number one.
right? Because, like, you bond with a stranger. Mm-hmm. She's like, whoa. Sometimes eye contact happens when you don't want it to.
Yeah.
I'm also someone who occasionally zones out in a person's direction.
Uh-huh.
And then I come to and they're giving me a weird look and I'm like, sorry.
Right, yeah.
I wasn't looking at you. I was looking through
you.
into the abyss.
Yep. I was looking to the abyss and hoping it doesn't look at me.
Right. Speaking. Anyway.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So that's a fun thing. And Uche is like, can you let me finish? Can you let me finish? Can you let me finish? Like, while this conversation is happening.
Oh my God. Focus on my drama, guys.
Uh-huh. Don't start your own fight.
Yeah.
So then Uche says that Lydia was trying to sabotage him. All of the girls who are there, Stacy, Johnny, and then Maris and Miriam, all refute these claims. They're like, that's not what happened.
I don't think so.
Like, any time that you were, like, kind of being rude to Aaliyah, Lydia was right there comforting Aaliyah.
Yeah. Like, look, she was very much not over Uche. But, like, from what little I saw, because, again, watching these things is like actual torture to me. Rip my fingernails out.
We could try that.
We could try that. Maybe that'd be better.
Yeah.
She wasn't, like, she didn't say anything negative about Uche.
No.
Like, in fact, the problem was she was overly positive.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, whatever coincidences or not coincidences, not over it, whatever. However she got there, whatever she intended, I don't think her intention was to sabotage him here.
No.
Maybe try to have that magical connection. Hey, this looks like fate. Haha, shall we try again? Maybe, but not to sabotage his chances.
Right.
I
yeah.
think he's doing that himself.
Right? Yeah. For real.
Because, like, him and Aaliyah had, like, reasonable disputes and things, and I could see the both sides on these things. Uche, you're getting a little wibbly wobbly.
Right.
I'm having a harder time seeing your perspective here.
Absolutely. Especially with Uche cheating on a girl
That's
a
a
few months
real...
prior and then being pissed that Aaliyah cheated on a guy 2 years ago.
Right, and that... Yeah, no. And she was being very honest about... Look, cheating's bad. It's a deal breaker for me. But she was being very honest and mature about it, and he was hiding it.
Exactly.
Not good.
No.
So Uche, I'm having a harder time defending you here, bud.
Yep. So, yeah, all of the girls are just like refuting these claims.
Good.
And Uche then tells Miriam to stop talking.
Excuse you.
Yeah.
You fucking did not. I don't know who Miriam is, but you did not tell her to stop talking.
So Miriam is a girl who was in the pods who went on some dates with Uche.
Okay.
So.
Oh, extra bad then.
Yes.
This isn't telling this to a stranger. This is telling somebody you tried dating and it didn't work out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Uche.
It gets worse.
Oh my God.
So then the women all start to defend Miriam. And Uche just starts yelling about how Miriam is bitter and fake because Miriam, I don't know exactly what she does, but she has dual residency in Saudi Arabia and in Houston, Texas, where this was filmed.
Sure.
And she seems to work in a field of like scientific skincare.
Okay.
There's so many things that could be. You could be a
Right.
chemist for a skincare company.
Truly.
But I don't know
Skin
exactly.
is an organ.
Yeah.
Like,
It's your largest organ, fun
it
fact.
is.
Uche is like, do you live in Saudi Arabia or Houston? Do you work in skincare or not? Do you have, are you a business owner or are you not a business owner? And Miriam is
It's
like,
complicated.
well, she's like, yes, I live in Saudi Arabia and I live in Houston. I have a degree from Johns Hopkins University. You can look that up.
Yeah. That shit's public domain.
Right. Yeah. Uche then walks away from it, basically, is what ends up happening.
Uche, okay, you officially need to get your shit together, guy.
Right, yeah.
This
seriously.
is a real bad look. Just yelling at a group of women about your ex.
Several
And
women.
A group of several coming in.
Yelling
Was
at
he
your
even
ex.
invited? Or
I
did he
believe
just...
so.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Because everybody's like excited to see him,
Oh,
except
sure.
Lydia.
yeah.
And Milton isn't like thrilled, but like
No, but like, still, like,
he's cordial
sure.
to Uche.
Yeah, no reason not to be.
Right.
And as I would expect of my big little brother.
Yeah.
So polite. Sweet little nerd.
Right.
Yeah, Uche, that's real bad guy.
Yeah.
Nope, I am officially not on your side right now.
No.
Nope.
Not one bit.
Nope.
So, yep, that is the Uche drama for the evening.
Okay. Big yike.
Yeah. Izzy and Chris, definitely his name, is my note, have a conversation about Johnny, telling them different things. Basically, Izzy is like, I think Johnny is sketchy, and she told us different things, and I just like...
I think she doubled back when she didn't have anybody left and panicked and
Right.
like that seems pretty transparent to me though.
And, like,
I mean, I don't know inside her head.
One thing too is when they were in the pods, so when she broke things off with Chris and then Izzy broke things off with her, Johnny was like, I do know what our life would look like, and so maybe I wanted to go for the thing that sounded exciting.
Yeah, I mean the different option. And like
Yeah.
yeah, I get that. But you've reevaluated and decided your second choice is your best option.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's not great. I don't think
No.
that makes her sketchy. I think that makes this a bad match.
Yeah.
But I don't think that, I think that's not an uncommon thing people do.
Yeah.
It's not a great thing. It means you're a bad match. Don't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think she was like lying. I think she panic reevaluated when she didn't have a first choice anymore.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, and that sucks too when like you're dumped by, you know, your first choice of person.
Yeah.
Like
Like Chris was.
yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But and you know, Johnny's first choice was Izzy, like, but that didn't work out. So
Yep.
so they're talking about that, and then Stacy comes over and sits near them, and she was like, "Oh, I thought I was getting out of the drama, but apparently not."
Nope.
So Izzy is like, Stacy can give you the perspective from the girl's side, if you know you want to hear that.
Okay. I don't know if I'd choose her for that.
Right. Then Johnny also comes up and is like, "What's happening? Like, I see hands waving. Like, they're probably telling you a bunch of stuff that didn't happen. Like, what's up?"
Right.
And Stacy and Izzy are both like, "No, we're just trying to like warn him about you."
Wow.
Yeah.
Those two deserve each other.
Right? Oh, it gets even better.
Oh my God.
So Stacy at some point says, and I wrote this down because I was like, I need to.
Verbatim.
Yep. Stacy says to Johnny, "We were there in the pods to know that you're full of shit, so it coincides with the real world that you're still full of shit." Which, what the fuck does that even mean?
What?
Yeah.
Okay. You tried to bring the big brain card
Right.
using words like coincides.
Mm-hmm.
You word vomited, hun. You didn't land it.
Right.
You didn't land it. Let's move on.
Yep. And then Johnny is also like, "I think, like, you're deceitful. You didn't tell me it was Izzy." And Stacy is like, "You didn't tell me it was Izzy was your number one either. So why am I being deceitful if I'm not telling you?" And Johnny is like, "Everybody knew it was Izzy for me. Everybody knew." It's very weird.
God. And Chris is sitting there feeling great, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Stacy is like, "Yeah, I felt really bad for you too when I found out that you were also talking to Izzy because I shed tears for you. And I'm like mad that I felt bad for you because you were going to get rejected. And I'm mad at myself for like shedding tears for you even though you're a piece of shit."
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Stacy.
No, yeah.
I think Stacy and Izzy deserve each other. They're wild.
Truly. Yeah, and then Stacy is just like, "You're a shit person, Johnny."
Okay. I mean, seems like you're the one pumping out ammunition here, but
seriously.
Jesus Christ, all right. She's the shit one,
right?
Huh?
Izzy then says that Johnny asked her to be her boyfriend asked him to be her boyfriend multiple times. And she's like, "That's not what happened, but okay." Eventually, Stacy and Izzy walk away. And Johnny is left with Chris and is like, "You know, like, none of that's true, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, like, no, I don't think any of it is true. Like, I believe in you and, like, I'm here for you. That's what matters." And then Johnny starts crying about being called a shit person, basically.
Well, yeah, I probably would too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, well, first of all, you're all prickly from confrontation mode. Mm-hmm. And somebody called you something awful to your face that I was like, "Owie."
Right? Yeah.
It hurt.
And, like, it's...
Like, I'll get over it, but damn,
right.
This is a lot.
Right. It's kind of clear, too, that, like, Johnny's a little fragile.
Sure.
Johnny takes a lot of these things to heart and isn't in a place where there are certain people who, if they called me shitty,
yeah,
I would be devastated.
Right.
But
same. Like, if somebody calls me that in a work sense, I'll be like, I have a customer facing job. It's usually very wonderful. But I've had past jobs that absolutely were not. If like a customer came in and called me a shit person, I would be flummoxed, laugh, be frustrated at having to deal with people like that.
Yeah.
Take a walk, be fine.
Right.
If somebody like came at me on a personal level like that, like somebody I'd shared space with and like yeah, that would hurt more because it's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I
Yeah.
have less of a defense for that. Like, or like if somebody calls you shitty on the internet, it's like, whatever. Who are
Right,
you?
yeah,
Are
exactly.
you 12? Probably. Odds are yes. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is a whole, yeah, I'd probably be a little hurt too.
At a certain point in the argument, too, Johnny was like, go out there and ask those people if I'm shitty. Like the other members of the
Yeah.
pod squad. And Stacy is like, oh, I have, and I'm very confident in my decision. Which is just, like, gross. And then Johnny is also, like, while she's having a fucking meltdown about this, she's like, I hate that I care what other people think, but I
Right.
do. And
Well-
being called a shitty person sucks.
It does. And to have somebody come at you like that
For real.
is fucking wild.
She came over to, like, defend her boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's all she did.
Her
And
boyfriend
she
was
got
cornered.
called
She
a
stepped
shitty
up
person.
and they ganged up on her.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Hard.
fucking wild. You guys are
Yeah.
crazy. Honestly. And I don't like that word, but you acting like that word. I don't like you either.
You're absolutely wild.
Yeah.
You are feral and not in a fun way.
No, you're feral in the, you need to learn how, you need to be rehabilitated
Yes.
before you're released back into society.
Yeah, so that's the night. We're done with the night, but not with the aftermath.
Oh, God.
Okay, so back at their apartment, Izzy and Stacy talk about the night, and Izzy says that he's so happy he didn't choose that, i.e. Johnny.
Ew.
Uh-huh. And he literally says it turned him on that Stacy was going in on Johnny.
Y'all are fucked.
Right?
Y'all are fucked up and you deserve each other. You've removed two awful people from the dating pool that nice people might accidentally stumble into. So good for y'all. Glad you found each other.
Right. Maybe. And Stacy is basically like, I don't want to be compared to that.
Wow.
And is upset that, like, he doesn't... This turns into an argument about how Izzy doesn't do the things that he said he would do in the pods, like making her dinner. And he is kind of, like, dumbfounded and is like, what do I not do for you besides not make dinner? And she says, that's a question for you to answer. And he's like, no, that's a question for you to answer. And he's like, no, it's for you to answer. It's like a weird back and forth for a minute.
Oh my God.
It's so
I hate them
frustrating.
both so much. Anyway.
Right.
Maybe not hate, but strongly dislike.
Yeah.
Hate is a strong word,
I'll
but
say
I
it.
really, really, really don't like you.
I'll say it. So Lydia meets Milton's family, and they're a little off-put by 23-year-old Milton with
Yeah.
30-year-old Lydia.
Yeah, that's a rough one because 23 is just very young.
It's very young.
If it was 33 with 40, no one would bat an eye.
Right, yeah.
23, he's got roommate and physical porn.
Porn. Right.
Because it's vintage, probably.
Oh, absolutely.
Or whatever. They're hipster porn. Anyway, sidetracked. Nope. Continuing on.
Milton's sister basically calls it phony and is like, this is kind of phony, like Lydia being interested in Milton, and also thinks that Lydia's responses to things are rehearsed
Okay.
because she says everything right.
Okay.
And basically just ends up being nice to Lydia to the face a little bit. So that's fun.
Well, it takes time to win family over.
Right. And they're getting married in 12 days.
I hate that it's marriage.
Right? Oh, and this
Why?
season, we get clips of them going to the courthouse and picking up their marriage license.
Because people were calling bullshit.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So Izzy surprises Stacy at her job with gifts and little notes and shit to apologize for not doing enough. So they make up just in time before Stacy meets Izzy's mom. It's the first time that Izzy's mom has seen him since getting engaged. Izzy's mom expresses that, like, while she is protective of her son, obviously, she also doesn't want Izzy to hurt Stacy if this doesn't work out.
Sure.
Milton meets with his sister, and while she expresses doubt about whether or not he's ready for marriage.
Somebody getting engaged after 7 days is fucking wild, and I will never be on board. Anyway.
He's basically like, I'm gonna do it.
All
and
right.
says again the whole,
look,
your perception is your reality.
Look, sometimes you just got to get a divorce under your belt before 30.
Yeah.
Sorry, Milton. I'll be supportive. I like you. I actually like you a lot, and I wish the best for you.
We want you to be happy, and it doesn't seem like this will make you happy.
This is just a wild decision for your early 20s, but it is your decision, and I just like you a lot, Milton. I want to be your big sister. Anyway.
Absolutely.
I'm anyway.
Izzy takes Stacy on a date riding in a private jet. Mm-hmm. It is the tiniest fucking male plane I've ever seen.
Oh, jet. Adorable.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes they're just farming planes, guys.
Yeah. Like it's not.
Like, you ever see a farm get sprinkled by a plane? It's not a luxury airliner.
No. It's a little more plush than that.
Sure.
But it's not a plane that you fucking fly across the country on.
No.
Even for like private jet standards, it's not that. They haven't chosen a first dance song, and it's 2 days before they're supposed to get married.
I hate this. Okay.
Yeah. And then Stacy, this is like a different day. The next day, most likely. Stacy is upset that Izzy wasn't very forthcoming about his debt. Because he has no credit cards. So this raises alarm bells for Stacy for some reason.
Okay. I'm just like, wow, you must be really responsible with your money.
I am not responsible with my fucking money, and I don't have any credit cards.
Oh, okay.
Fun fact. Yeah. No,
cool.
I've never had a credit card because I would use that shit so often.
But hey, you know this.
Exactly.
About yourself.
Uh-huh.
Which means you can still pay rent and everything with money you actually have.
I can get fancy coffee.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't...
There you go.
I have said before, I don't care about being rich, but I want to be happy. I want to be able to go get my $7 coffee and tip them extra.
Right.
Because they deserve that.
Yep.
So...
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's what I care about.
Yeah.
So, Stacy is, like, upset about this, and because, I mean, Izzy does have debt. Okay. Well, okay, he doesn't have any debt right now because it's all paid off. Mm-hmm. And it was only like $3,000.
Oh.
Yeah. I have a bigger amount of debt right now.
I mean, as far as like our generation goes and the amount of college debt most people are saddled with.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's like a manageable amount of debt.
Seriously. And
like,
it's all paid off.
And it's paid off.
Yeah.
Then what's the problem?
Exactly. I don't get it.
Then it's not debt anymore.
Exactly.
Then it's just...
She's just like...
What?
She's like, you weren't up for... You should have told me before.
If he still had debt, then yeah. But he paid it off, so what's the fucking
I guess
problem?
the problem is the bad credit score that it's left on his shit.
Well, if he doesn't have debt anymore, he can make that credit score better.
Exactly. On their last date before the wedding, Milton says Lydia isn't exactly who she is or who she was in the pods.
Sure.
Lydia is...
a weird situation.
Right, yeah. And Lydia is frustrated that Milton is not as clean as he said he was.
He's 23, my dear.
Right, yeah. So then Milton brings up the Uche situation. And that she didn't handle that how he would have liked.
Okay.
He also tells her that she needs to control her emotions.
Well, okay. Probably not how to say that.
No.
But I also understand, like, having an element of emotional control is important in adulthood.
Yeah.
It's a skill that you build. And that doesn't mean lock your emotions down, but like
No.
not letting them have full control, full reign is very important. Is a very important part of adulthood. I'm saying this as somebody who had a parent who did not have great emotional control.
Fair.
And it impacts everyone around you, including your young children.
There's such a there's a sweet spot for it.
There's a sweet spot because you still feel your feelings. And I don't think the sweet spot is very small. I think it's a big sweet spot.
Yeah. Well, and it's
But
something different for
everyone.
too.
Like, you have your own perspectives and everything, but there's definitely levels that are healthier from both directions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So probably not the best way to approach things.
Yeah. No. He also says that he wouldn't cuss out at his ex.
Yeah, no. Did she do that?
So what she did, she didn't really cuss out. She told Uche that he was lying and like spreading a bunch of bullshit.
I mean, he was being wild.
Yes.
He was doing a not healthy thing.
Yep. But what she did was tell Milton, like, that he's bullshit, he's shit, he's full of shit, all of that.
Okay.
And she's like, I wasn't cussing him out.
No.
I was telling you, like, that Uche is a shit person. And Milton says, thanks for telling me that for the millionth time.
Okay, so we're talking about Uche a lot.
Apparently.
Okay. I don't think, as he likes to say, perception, etc. I mean, how he's perceiving things is probably a bit different. Mm-hmm. But also, he's young and is being thrown into unhealthy 30-somethings drama.
Yeah.
And it sounds like he comes across as somebody, I mean, any early 20-something has drama.
Yeah.
But his probably isn't very major.
No.
And he's dealing with people who have major drama.
Yeah.
Like, as their lives.
Right, yeah.
And that, I understand being put off by that and being like, wow, all of this needs to come down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's not, approaching it with a lot of grace.
No.
But I also understand this is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
To, like, God.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a lot.
It's so much.
I don't know if I was faced with all that I'd be the most eloquent at expressing my distress either.
Right, yeah.
I'd just be like, I want this to stop.
Well, and Milton is very reserved and like doesn't really show how he feels about things sometimes, which personally scares me a little bit. Because I had the opposite of everybody stuffed all the feelings down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet spot.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Because I'm usually not bothered by people who are more reserved because I feel like I am pretty good at reading the nuances. Mm-hmm. Me, an empath. No.
I'm an empath.
An empath. No, God. Anyway, because my sister was harder to read. Mm-hmm. So I got really good at it.
Yeah.
And so I feel reasonably confident. Whether that's correct or not is something I can't answer.
Hey.
But I feel reasonably confident with people who are a little more reserved because I feel like I pick up on the little things pretty well.
Yeah.
But
totally.
I understand.
Yeah.
Perspective.
It's a whole thing. Okay. So Lydia walks away.
Okay.
When she comes back, Milton says another sentence I hate. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings.
That's
not an apology.
Well, at least he didn't say, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm
True.
sorry you feel like I did,
Right, yeah.
I feel like that's just kind of a vernacular issue more than a non-apology.
Fair enough.
That's my perspective anyway.
Yeah.
Word of the day is... Anyway.
Take a shot and die of alcohol poisoning.
No kidding. Please do not play drinking games to our podcast. No. You might die.
Yeah. If you do, make it like Taylor likes something.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
then you drink once
And then
every like 5 episodes.
5
if that.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Ready for these weddings?
No.
I like how you did like an R&B singer.
No. Just get right up in that mic.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so Stacy and Izzy. Stacy says she fell for him fast and talks very highly of Izzy. I have issues with the fact that she calls Izzy exotic to the makeup artist.
Okay.
Izzy knows he's going to say yes.
Okay.
Stacy tells her mother she's unsure about him because he was being untruthful about his bad credit score.
Okay.
And yeah, Izzy writes Stacy a note, which the best man delivers.
Mm-hmm.
Stacy claims that this is the first note he's written unprompted.
Okay.
Yeah. At the altar, Izzy tells her that he will always fight for her. Stacy says there is no one else she would go through this than with him.
Okay.
Do you want to make guesses on I do's?
One of them says no, just for fuckery.
Who says no?
Stacy.
Stacy says no.
Yeah.
After Izzy says yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ice cold.
Basically, Stacy just wants to say yes in order to make him happy, and she wants more time with this whole thing.
It's very fast.
Yeah.
Don't marry someone you haven't even known a month. Holy
Right.
shit. This ain't Dharma and Greg, y'all.
No. Was that even healthy? I don't remember much of that show.
I really don't remember much of it.
I just remember
know
they were opposites.
They were opposites.
Hilarity ensued.
She was a hippie.
Yeah.
He was a lawyer.
So Stacy wants more time and is like, we're on our own timeline now. We don't have to, abide by these constraints.
Yeah.
But Izzy feels like, if now isn't the right time, then when is going to be the right time?
If not now, when?
Exactly.
If not me, who?
So that's how he feels.
Okay.
Yeah. Lydia and Milton. Lydia has no doubts that he's the one for her.
Okay.
Milton has been awake since last afternoon and worked all night. Got off work at 5 a.m. But he's ready for his wedding and nothing is going to stop him from enjoying it.
He's 23. He can still do all-nighters.
Right? I would fucking die. You know what? I'm basically dead right now because of the way my last, slightly over 48 hours has been.
Y'all can't see me. I'm wrapped in 2 blankets. They're all that's keeping me together.
So Milton has a conversation with his groomsmen, and one of them is like, Lydia's not going to be the same person in 10, 15 years. It's a process. You, grow together.
Right.
And Milton is like, oh, yeah, this is for life. That is just now hitting me. Yeah. So that's fun.
Oh. To be 23.
Right?
I'm remembering me at that age. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, fuck. I mean, I was already with my now husband. So.
Yeah, y'all are still different people than you were.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's how it works.
We've grown through so much.
Yeah.
And, there's things, too, that I didn't know about my life until after we got together.
Yeah.
Milton's father tells him, the thing that people are going to question you on is the timing. And you need to just ignore it.
Okay.
But is also you need to learn how to fight fair and communicate, blah, blah, blah.
Sure. I mean, yeah, communication has a long way to go at 23, typically.
Right, yeah. Milton starts to get nervous, because everyone has reservations about this.
Yeah.
So he's like, am I being naive and, not going through this properly?
A little bit,
Yeah.
but, do you, boo?
Yeah.
consider doing this instead of getting a tattoo.
A tattoo might be better.
I reserve my opinions because I like my big little brother.
That's fair. I don't know.
Look, he's very 23. What can I say? I was very 23 once.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's, yeah.
Did you get married when you were 23?
No, but I had an almost thing with somebody for a way fucking long.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
true.
like, don't live in almost.
No.
Hell.
No.
Anyway.
Getting a shitty and or, pointless tattoo is fun.
Yeah, I did at 18. It's covered up now with a good tattoo.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I have a baby Grinch on my forearm.
And it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I now have enough tattoos that I'm like, fuck it, slap something on me.
Oh,
anyway.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Lydia loves Milton because he loves her.
Uh-oh.
Milton loves Lydia because she is interesting and challenging. Do you want to guess who says I do?
I hope Lydia says no.
Lydia says yes.
Milton says no?
Milton says yes.
No! Okay.
He does say it after a slight pause because he thought the priest was going to say more.
Oh. Look, I hope it all works out for him.
Me too.
If nothing else, it's an opportunity to learn and grow.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
Aren't I being nice today?
I'm
I
so
really
proud.
Like Milton.
Because one of us needs to be nice. And
Nah.
it's never me.
I'm usually not very nice. I just like Milton a lot. Anyway.
I like Milton a lot too.
Look,
I
like so few people that I really got to cling to the ones I do.
Right, yeah.
I'm aware I don't know this person. I just like him for the purposes of this podcast.
Yeah.
He seems fine.
Yeah.
He's 23.
Right.
He's baby. He's got a microscope. Bless
Yep.
his heart. Anyway.
So that's like the bulk of the episodes. We have a reunion. We find out Stacy and Izzy did try to date again.
And fails.
And it just, it didn't go very well. They are now both dating other people. Taylor and JP are also still not together.
Yep.
JP does say, he's like, I don't know if it was really the makeup that caught me off guard or just like the cameras in my face that made him different. And Taylor is like, I think you showed your true colors.
I think you got
makeup.
some serious stuff to work on, JP.
Right, yeah. Lydia and Milton are still married.
Okay.
After it's been almost a year and a half.
Look, maybe they figured it out. Maybe they figured
Hopefully
out
their
something that works for
communication is good.
Yep.
So I watched these episodes like 3 or 4 times. And looking back on them, Stacy and Izzy were like never on the same page. Mm-hmm. They always had like different thoughts on different things. And while that's fine, it shouldn't be literally every situation.
Yeah. You should have some baseline uniformity.
Right, yeah. Uche and Aaliyah did date for a little while.
Okay.
And Uche does not show up to the reunion. Only Aaliyah does.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaliyah kind of alludes that it's a very good thing that she's not in a relationship with him anymore because of controlling tendencies.
Yeah, it didn't sound great.
No. But she's now with somebody else.
Good for
So,
her. Yeah, Uche left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, same.
With his little episode there.
Right, yeah. When you scream at...
You can't just show up and start yelling at a whole group of women.
Yeah, when you yell at 5 women in one night.
Woman.
Yeah.
It's bad. Mm-hmm. All right.
Chris and Johnny are also... So, how they broke up was Chris went to the other side of the country for a wedding. Didn't talk to Johnny for like 2 weeks. And then he was with somebody else.
Well, that ain't the way, Chris.
No.
That ain't the way at all.
No.
That's what I would expect if you were like 19 and I'd still be disappointed.
Right, yeah. He's like 27, I think.
He's way too fucking old to be pulling that bullshit.
Absolutely. Yeah. No.
That's what he is.
Anything beyond
It's never okay.
22.
Right? It's never okay.
No.
I'm still disappointed when youngins do it, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised and disappointed, Chris.
But Johnny is in a relationship with somebody else, and she's pretty happy, and Chris is happy with his new girlfriend. So
Okey-dokey.
that's where we leave everybody.
Okay.
If
Hot
this
damn.
wasn't a lay down day before, it certainly is now.
Certainly is now. It was always going to be a lay down day for this one.
When we get cishet nonsense.
Yeah.
Cishet nonsense.
Woo.
Cishet nonsense.
Yep. Look, I support gay rights and gay wrongs,
Yeah.
but this is some next level shit.
Well, this isn't gay rights or wrongs. This
Right.
is cishet.
I know. That's
Just
why I'm
wrongs.
like, gay rights and gay wrongs happen. I get tired.
You know what
This
the fun
this is wild.
part of cishet relationships, though?
What?
They do produce more gay people.
Huh?
Because you have to produce more people in order to produce gay people.
Sorry, my brain stopped.
You were like, we're done recapping. I'm not going to understand jokes. Oh, DSL.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Okay.
Thanks everyone for listening. Special shout out
To our
to our patrons.
Emma, Florence, and Meg.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate everyone for listening. We
Yes.
won't be back next week because
Yeah.
I am in desperate need.
We're melting. We're actively melting.
We're both a little overwhelmed in our real lives right now.
Yeah.
Slash have been for months.
Yeah.
And need a breather. So,
Yeah.
gonna take one next week. And we'll be back.
Yes.
Bye!